Sacrotherapy, alternative holistic descriptions and healing processes for 170 mental and emotional diagnoses worldwide. Once again, her website is www.DrAmeliaKemp.com. What's the final message that you would like to give the listeners of the Worldwide X-Zone Nation, Doctor?
Okay. Well, I think that I really want people to know that they're not sick. Mm-hmm. They're sacred. And they came forth as a well-being. And have simply, if they're experiencing any type of mental or emotional diagnosis, that it's just a manifestation that I see as a misalignment that can come back into alignment with the fullness of who they are, mind, body, and spirit. And that my book is a beautiful process that takes you through 8 steps. It's a journey from psychotherapy to sacred therapy, where you will be able to embrace the fullness of you, who you are, and you'll get an opportunity to redefine for yourself what your symptoms represent, and we call that symbolic meaning of what it manifested for and how to extract the energy basis of that, which is the spiritual basis of that, so that you can live the life that you came forth to live.
But what happens in the case, Doctor, where you see a patient who has been diagnosed with a mental illness, for lack of better words, by another practitioner, another mental practitioner, mental health practitioner? They come to you and you say, there's nothing wrong with you. What happens? Well, who's right? Who's wrong?
I don't word it that way.
No, but
what I would say to them, what I would say to them is that the diagnosis itself, the label, the terminology that they come in with, that they have this particular diagnosis, it's the meaning that they attach to what that diagnosis means that takes them further out of alignment, more so than having whatever the symptomology is. The clinical term for whatever those symptoms are, that might be accurate in the sense that we needed a label. What does it mean when you have A, B, G, and F, and we call it O? Those things that accumulated to it being called O may actually be happening. The difference is the label that I remove from it in the sense of it being a misaligned thought or a divine intention that they came forth with in the first place makes the difference, that can make the difference in them seeing it and viewing it differently via the reinterpretation or the redescription of it.
So basically all you're doing is you're giving the diagnosis a new name that is easier for the patient to live with.
Not just a new name in terms of its redescription, but a new way of looking at it, a new viewpoint. Not just a new name, but a name with a new viewpoint, and offering it from a universal spiritual perspective that is much broader than it just being from a scientific medical model that is more limiting and restrictive.
Doctor, we have to say so long for tonight. I wish you continued success, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the X-Zone in the future, Doctor. Until then, stay well and safe travels. X-Zone Nation.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Amelia Kemp has been my guest this hour, www.DrAmeliaKemp.com, and she's the author of From Psychotherapy to Sacrotherapy, alternative holistic descriptions and healing processes for 170 mental and emotional diagnoses worldwide. I'll be back on the other side of this commercial break with the news at 6.5 minutes past the top of the hour as we continue here in the X-Zone with yours truly, Rob McConnell. Don't go away.